Competition around generative AI is red hot at the moment. All the cloud providers are falling over each other to form alliances and make unions with other companies to get an edge in the generative AI. For example, AI startups are also vying for the cloud providers like AWS, GCP, and Azure almost every day. And you are hearing the news that more and more companies are required, small companies, I mean, are required by these big giants. Microsoft Azure has paired up with OpenAI, as we all know. Google already has its strong internal generative AI capabilities. And now Amazon has also come to the party, bit late though, but they have, with their Bedrock service forming alliances with Anthropic and its models. AWS has recently poured in around $1.25 billion in Anthropic, and they have already done it. They might also invest an additional 2.7 billion US dollars, depending on some of the conditions which they haven't really made public. Also, Amazon has gained an undisclosed minority stake in the startup, which is Anthropic, but they are not in the seat on the board of directors. If you're not aware of Anthropic, Anthropic was founded in 2021 by ex OpenAI employees. Anthropic is an independent research lab that focuses on building safe, beneficial AI models. They have already received hundreds of millions of dollars from Google and other investors, and it became one of the industry's most highly funded startups. In March this year, they were valued at $4.1 billion, and now they have moved over to AWS, and AWS will replace Google as Anthropic's primary cloud provider. Anthropic is also going to spend an huge sum on AWS and use Amazon's Trainium and Inferentia chips. Both of these chips are optimized to process transformer architectures. AWS customers will also have early access to customized private and fine-tuned version of future Anthropic models. Anthropic, whose Claude and Claude 2 large language models are already available on AWS Bedrock Foundation Model Service, and it is growing pretty rapidly. Now, let me quickly show you how easy it is to use this um, Anthropic's Claude model on AWS Bedrock. If you look at this code, in this one, all I'm doing it, I'm importing few of the standard libraries and I'm specifying a prompt where all I'm asking it that please provide a summary of this text, and this is the text I'm providing it, which is about Australia, and then the assistant or the model is going to reply to us. After that, we are giving it some of the parameters in the JSON format. This is the prompt, which is in this variable, and then the max token to sample, which means the maximum number of tokens to generate, and the responses are not guaranteed to fill up to the maximum desired length. All of these parameters, these are the inference parameters for this model. For instance, temperature tunes the degree of randomness in generation. If you have lower temperature, that means less random questions and less random generations, and vice versa. Similarly, top K and top P are also inference parameters. Top K can be used to reduce repetitiveness of generated tokens. The higher the value, the stronger a penalty is applied to previously present tokens, proportional to how many times they have already appeared in the prompt or prior generations. Similarly, top P, if it is less than 1, then it keeps only the smallest set of most probable tokens with probabilities that add up to top P or higher for generation. If you want to know more details about these, I have another video where I describe these in detail. After that, we are specifying this model ID here, which is Anthropic's Claude V2, which is the latest model. And then if you want to use any other model, you can change it here, but I'm going with the latest one. And these are few of the accept and content type which we will be putting in our response. And then I'm initializing the Bedrock service here, which is Bedrock dash runtime with Boto 3. And in this step, in step 44, this is where we are calling the model. This is the model ID we are passing. body which we have just generated above with this, and then the accept, and these are the default ones we are passing it. And then response variable contains the response by the model, the generated summary of the text which we have asked it for, and then we are uh, converting this into the text and printing it out. Let me run it. And I'm running it locally, so you can see that all I'm doing it, I'm asking, making an API call. I'm not loading, I'm not installing any model. This model is already hosted and managed by AWS and exposed through this Bedrock API. And that saves us a lot of things in terms of cost and infrastructure management. So there you go. It is provided me the summary of the document above. And there are a lot of things you can do with this Anthropic Claude, and like text summary, text generation. You can even create a chatbot, and I have another video on that. So you can search through the channel, and I'll also drop the link in video's description. I hope that you enjoyed it. Um, I am really very confident that in the coming days, this Claude and subsequent models from Anthropic plus Bedrock are the way AWS is moving forward in terms of generative AI. So I'm sure that this will be beneficial to learn, and I hope that you learned something today. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you.